My name is Emma, as you all know. And before we begin, I just want to say a few words. So the performance that you're about to see tonight is in dedication to Dr. Nelson. He was a lovely, very caring and giving man. And I think that I just want to thank him for all that he did. And so this is in dedication to him. Now, in a moment, I'm about to call out my mentor for this project. Her name is Miss Wendy Connolly, and her job was to basically say, well, your material is digestible, so good. Without further ado, Miss Wendy Connolly.
Hi, everybody. So I'm a mentor, but I really didn't have to do much because this lady had it all together from the very beginning. She's a very talented young person, and it was a great pleasure to work with her. So without further ado, put your hands together and welcome to the stage the brave, the bold, the talented, and yeah, the pretty dang funny Emma Hamilton.
Thank you, guys. Seriously, I recommend leaving now. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, and if I were you, I'd prefer to be eating one of those Gertrude hot chocolate bars. If you go out to the hallway right now, I guarantee you'll find a kid selling them there. Or, if you end up in the biology supplies closet, I can guarantee you'll find a kid selling them there too. You'd think Westfield High School were a Willy Wonka chocolate factory with the number of children we have carrying around briefcases of chocolate. Yeah, I've bought a lot of those things. Probably shouldn't have either, not for financial reasons, okay? I'm a kids arts and crafts teacher of the summer. I'm doing okay for myself. No, the real reason is my self-diagnosed lactose intolerance. And Dad, if you're watching, this is real. Yeah, this began about late sophomore year. It came as a complete shock because up until then, I had a glass of milk at dinner every night, and my family would always have cheese and crackers before dinner. And everything was fine until one day my body was like, no. So I was like, all right, okay, whatever, it's a one-time thing, right? It's a total blip. Tell me it's a blip, I cannot live without Ben & Jerry's half-baked ice cream. That would be a tragedy. So I was like, okay, whatever, let's try this thing again. Why not do it while all of my friends are over? Perfect, we'll have mac and cheese. If I could turn around and tell my former self at what point I thought that was a good idea, I wouldn't. It's exactly what directed me to my dairy-free, almond-filled, soy-enriched, water-blended, lactose-removed, cashew-ground, coconut-infused, chicory-root purified diet. I recommend, folks, I recommend. Speaking of self-diagnoses here, that same year I happened to discover a peanut allergy. Yeah, my parents loved me that year, still do. It was after winter track practice one day, and I just really wanted peanut butter, just straight up peanut butter from the jar, so I took a spoon and just dug in and ate it like that. Come on, stop with the judgmental stares. I know you've all done that, okay? You haven't lived if you haven't done that. I thought I wasn't gonna live after I had done that, but here we go. So, I ate this peanut butter, and start getting this itchy feeling around the outside of my mouth. I'm like, what in the world? What is going on here? Oh my God, the peanut butter. After trying it once more thereafter, and after getting the exact same reaction, I began my 1.5-year dry streak of eating no peanut butter at all. Remember how I said my family was super into dairy products? Yeah, well, they're also really into peanut products. Go me, I was living in a house of toxins. Yeah, my parents didn't love this new diagnosis for two reasons. One, they thought they were raising a psychotic daughter. I couldn't blame them. But two, it left a massive dent in my family savings. Let me ask you something. Do you know how much a jar of almond butter costs? Yeah, I did my research, folks, and I found that a 40-ounce jar of peanut butter is about $5.50. If they made almond butter in that size, which they don't, it'd be about $26 a jar. It's about a $21 difference, people. Again, you could be spending all that money on Gertrude hot chocolate. I'm just saying. So yeah, my various intolerances are a huge part of who I am. And the reason I'm telling you about them is because I am basically a doctor and I can basically hand out diagnoses. So yeah, if you've got some weird mouth itch or something, I'm the girl to come to. There will be a fee, of course. I need to make up for the dairy-free, almond-filled, cashew ground, lactose-removed, water-blended, coconut root purified diet, and the college tuition-priced almond butter. So yeah, as I said, my intolerances are a big part of who I am. You know, so is my last name. I don't know if you guys know this, but I share the same last name as this really famous American guy. Yeah, he goes by the name of L.H. Hamilton, and he is co-founder of Hamilton Beach Appliances. You guys, this man was revolutionary, okay? He created some of the first motor-powered household appliances. Why are you all asleep right now? Like, this is important stuff. We're talking juice extractors, meat grinders, jewelers' motors. If you're not using a jeweler's motor on a daily basis, then you need to reevaluate how you're living your lives. I'm just saying, they're only $300 on Amazon, and I was so thrilled when I found out that you only had to wear face and eye protection when using one of them. I was ready to walk in there with a steel suit the first time I wanted to use one, I'm telling you. Awesome, so awesome. You know, a huge perk of my last name is that I get free tickets to Hamilton on Broadway. No, that's not at all true. But, I'm working out a negotiation with the box office people right now. They're being a little pushy, and they're like, well, it's unfair for you to be exempt from the $3 million a ticket that the rest of the world has to pay. And every time I fire back and say, yeah, well, it's not fair that you're gonna ask for my permission to staple my name on thousands of billboards across the country now, is it? Least you can do is get me a free ticket. Or Cassie's leading the show. I know what you're thinking. She's a girl, she can't play Hamilton. You know, look pretty darn good in colonial garments. Yeah, you know, I thought that a perk of my last name was that it was relatively easy to spell. No, I have a story from freshman year that completely contradicts that. So, I'm at the library with my friend, and we're creating a new email for me. And so we sit down, we have our laptops, and we have the Google account setup page open. So the first thing we try is Dog Lover 6003, because I'm trying to maintain a professional profile here. But doesn't work. So I'm like, all right, okay, whatever, shrug it off. Let's go with something a little less edgy, maybe Emma Hamilton. So we try that, and it doesn't work. Go figure. So from there we try E. Hamilton 6, Emma Hamilton 9, E. Hamilton 1. We get from reordering my first, middle, and last name. We inject my brother's name in there, my dog's name in there. Eventually we add the name of my uncle's car. God, nothing is working. After 3 days of sitting in the library, my friend finally goes, okay, let's start from the drawing board. Let's try Emma Hamilton again, see what happens. So we do that, and we thought the miracle of life had ensued before us. we saw the words "You're in" flash before us on the screen. We start playing those kazoos, play football games. We start running through the aisles. We invite over half the town to come see. After much partying, we finally sit back down at our computer screen. And I turn to my friend and I go, who's still eating, by the way, the Chipotle that we catered in for a celebration. I go, how do you spell my last name? She goes, Hamilton. I go, good. Pass the first test. Now, how do you type my last name? She goes, what do you mean? I go, drop the burrito, save some guac for me, direct your attention to the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, that day, I gained a new nickname. Emma Hamilton. Yes, T and L switched. It was also the day that cyberspace gained a new email. emmahamilton@gmail.com. Worst part was a failure to create a viable email. No, so we spent all that money on Chipotle catering. You know how much that stuff costs?